Daniel Dubois is winning over Anthony Joshua as he recently destroyed him by saying that Joshua has no right to disrespect him. And if it happens again, Dubois will make sure Joshua never forgets it. Dubois is confident that he can make Joshua's legs shake like jelly, just like he did in their sparring session before. He believes that if he's pushed to the limit, Joshua will be in big trouble.
You can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect
think you are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. I'll put this straight on your face. No, don't disrespect me on my life.
The fight between Dubois and Joshua is getting closer, and things are heating up. In their latest face-to-face interview, the two didn't waste any time throwing verbal jabs at each other. Dubois, looking fierce and determined, showed he's not backing down, even though the real fight is still a few weeks away. It was clear that Dubois wanted to make a statement and win the verbal battle, just as much as he wants to win the actual match on September 21st. During the interview, Dubois made it clear that he's ready for whatever Joshua has to bring. You could tell from his words and the way he carried himself that he's feeling confident. He believes this is his moment to shine, and he's eager to prove it not only in the ring, but also in the mind games leading up to the fight.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Sharp, relax. Relax.
If you want to go now, let's
Relax.
go. If you want to go
I'll
now.
put this chair across your face. Don't disrespect
No, you
me.
can't intimidate me.
Dubois' confidence seems to stem from their past sparring session where he nearly knocked out Joshua. There were reports that the sparring was stopped early out of respect. Imagine that. Dubois held back, even when he had the upper hand. It shows that he still has some respect for Joshua, despite all the trash talk coming from his opponent leading up to the fight. Even though Joshua has been bad-mouthing Dubois, it's clear that Dubois isn't letting it get to him. He knows what he's capable of, and he's not afraid to show it in the ring. But what's surprising is that, even after all the harsh words, Dubois hasn't lost his sense of respect for Joshua. It seems like he's focused more on the fight itself, rather than the drama outside the ring. In a way, it shows that Dubois might have more character than Joshua. He's not letting the mind games distract him. Instead, he's saving his energy for the fight on September 21st. While Joshua may be trying to get into his head, Dubois is staying calm, confident, and ready to prove who the better fighter really is. According to former Team GB captain Anthony Fowler, who was there during the sparring session in 2016, Joshua was the clear winner at first. He showed strong skills and seemed to be in control of the session. But as the rounds went on, Joshua started to get too confident. He made a few mistakes because of that, and his movements became a bit clumsy. This overconfidence turned out to be a big mistake. During one of those moments, Dubois saw an opening. Without wasting any time, he landed a short left hook right on Joshua. That punch changed the whole sparring session. Joshua, who was dominating before, suddenly found himself in trouble. Dubois took advantage of that one mistake, showing that he's not someone to underestimate. Obviously, Joshua was the main man on the team, so he was always quite wary, but he always punched really hard. Joshua must have been a little clumsy sparring him, and he got caught with a short left hook, and Joshua's legs completely went. Dubois could have hit him again and put him to sleep, but Dubois had a bit too much respect for him to finish him off. There's no denying that Dubois almost had Joshua during that sparring session. Many of their teammates saw just how strong and determined Dubois was at that moment. Even Anthony Fowler was surprised by how much damage Dubois could do to Joshua. He didn't expect it at all, especially since Joshua was supposed to be the favorite to win. Fowler, like many others, thought Joshua had it in the bag. He was rooting for him and believed Joshua would dominate the entire session. Joshua was the stronger, more experienced fighter, so everyone thought it would be an easy win for him. But things didn't go as expected, and Dubois proved that he wasn't going to back down. Dubois probably could have hit him again and knocked him out, but he chose not to out of respect. Joshua used to get the better of most of the sparring, but Dubois nearly knocked him out with 18-ounce gloves and head guards. So if he catches him with those 10-ounce gloves, Joshua will be going to sleep. When asked about the sparring session, Joshua said, "Yeah, we sparred loads of times. Daniel apparently took my lights out." It seems like Joshua wasn't too bothered by the talk about Dubois almost knocking him out. He admitted that they sparred a lot, and maybe things didn't go perfectly every time. But he didn't seem too worried about it, brushing it off like it was no big deal. Later, when Joshua was interviewed again, he gave more details about the moment. He explained that it was just a good hook that caught him off guard. According to him, there wasn't anything special about it. He said he quickly got back up and continued fighting, which shows that Joshua didn't let that moment bring him down or affect his confidence.
He just cracked me with a good shot, but I stood on my feet. I don't know where this whole narrative of someone turned my lights off came from, but...
Upon hearing this, Dubois made it clear that things will be different when their actual fight happens. He said this isn't sparring anymore. This is a real fight. Dubois explained that in the ring, he won't hold back or show Joshua any respect like he might have during their sparring sessions. He's determined to show everyone what he's really capable of. In their previous sparring session, things were stopped before Dubois could do more damage. But Dubois says that this time, if he gets the chance to knock Joshua down, he won't hesitate. For him, this is a serious fight, and he's ready to take Joshua out when the opportunity comes. "Listen, I'm not here to spar. I'm here to fight. So let's talk about the fight. That happened 7 years ago. This is not sparring." Since this fight is already getting attention from fans all over the world, boxing experts are sharing their predictions. Everyone is excited to see who will come out on top. Even well-known pros have something to say. Joshua Miller, a fighter who has faced Dubois and missed his chance to fight Joshua, shared his thoughts on this exciting match. Miller, having fought Dubois, knows just how powerful he can be in the ring. He believes that Dubois has grown a lot since their match and thinks he's more dangerous now. However, Miller also knows that Joshua has the experience and skill to handle tough opponents, which makes this fight even more unpredictable. My whole thing is this: I've never disliked Dubois. He's a funny, cool guy. His team's all cool. I'm rooting for Dubois, but at the same time, I want to fight AJ because we have that unfinished beef. The American heavyweight, who just had a draw against Andy Ruiz Jr., said that Dubois seems to handle punches better than Joshua, showing toughness when things get rough in the ring. This is a big point in Dubois' favor, especially if the fight becomes a hard-hitting battle. Dubois clearly has a better chin than AJ. I feel like it's going to come down to nutrition and who's going to have the better game plan. I'm rooting for Dubois in this one. So, do you think Dubois will be able to take down Joshua on September 21st? Or will Joshua step up and show everyone that he is the better fighter? What are your thoughts on this? Please let me know down below.